Bro, did you watch the monologue?
Yeah, I watched it. I saw it the next morning. I was actually in Nashville all weekend. Salute to everybody in Nashville. I was there. My people spot, Slim and Huskies. Some
Cool.
good folks I met in Nashville. My man Mo and EJ.
Cool.
So I didn't get to see it in real time, but I saw it the next day. What were your thoughts?
Of the monologue?
Yes.
I mean, he's just exceptional at talking into a microphone.
His timing is incredible. I like the second half of the monologue better. I actually like the stuff about politics more than the Kanye and Kyrie stuff. I did like how he brought it all back around, especially that joke about the chain.
Yeah, it was
that
a
was a great callback.
And also the honest liar stuff about Trump is great. And it really taps into like why people did relate to it. You're exposing something that we've all felt, and he just said it right there. And it was, I mean, he's just great at talking into a microphone. He's so relaxed, so calm. If you compare that monologue to the average person's monologue, even if they're a stand-up comedian, you will see this complete difference in just comfortability. Up there. And he's just a master at it.
I am shocked at Dave Chappelle's ability to still offend. because you know he's probably going to say something that offends you.
But there was nothing. I mean,
not to us, because we're not Jewish. But
I even spoke to like Jewish friends. They were like, I don't think they're
Jewish people aren't monolithic though. Like, why do we keep saying that? Like you said, we always like, that's like saying your black friend. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but all black people think the same. And, come on.
But it's like because the Anti-Defamation League put out a statement.
But that's what the Anti-Defamation League does, bro. You could say Jews are great at everything. They'll be like, whoa. We do not speak about Jews in that way. Yeah, no, I don't know.
I will say this. I think that in moments like this, I want groups like the ADL and other Jewish people who say that Dave is doing things like normalizing anti-Semitism, use these moments as opportunities to teach. Because these are teachable moments. Because I watched this monologue and I don't know what's anti-Semitic. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna accuse somebody of being anti-Semitic, at least point it out so somebody don't make the same mistake moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Also, it's jokes, guys. We have to allow jokes to happen. And I think that when you have a certain amount of prominence, those jokes feel real. And I think one of the great things about Chappelle, the reason why he's been so beloved by so many different groups of people is that the punchline to his jokes are very cartoonish. They're very silly. It's the reason why the sketches were so profound, right? Is because the actual funny part was so absurdist and ridiculous that like it was hard to be like, oh, that really hurt my feelings. Right? And so in this perfect example, we had it with his speech. It was silly. The jokes he were making were silly.
Listen, I'm with you, but I can't relate because I'm not Jewish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
thought he made the argument. He was like, there's a lot of Jews there. He goes, but there's a lot of blacks in Ferguson, Missouri. Doesn't mean that we're
I thought that was a fine point, but
he's making the argument for Jews there. Like, if anything, I would say that I would say people would give pushback like, yo, why aren't you being more edgy? You know what I'm saying? The edgy joke is to prove why they do run Hollywood, not to prove why they don't, or why they do run the media. Like, this is the opposite.
I wonder if that's the thing, right? When they say, you're normalizing anti-Semitism, I think
it's that. I'm sorry.
But what I mean by that is, if you do anything other than denounce it, is it normalizing it?
I guess, but you also have to allow a comedian to be a comedian. Like, he's going up there as a stand-up comic. He's looking for the funny thing to say. And the funny thing to say is what is wrong. And the reason why we watch the things that are wrong is we like playing with the things we're afraid of. Right? This is what humans do. We get comfortable.
I've never been afraid of my people. Continue.
You play with that shit all the time.
That's right.
You've never been afraid of it?
Never.
What about when you had that skin graft and it looked like the monster from Stranger Things?
That skin bridge was different. I think about that skin bridge often.
You had a demigorgon.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you do.
That's some shit off House of Dragons?
No. That's from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You had that Stranger Thing. I guess my point is this is what human beings do, right? We're afraid of heights, so we skydive, we bungee jump. Right? We're afraid of death, so we celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
We play in these environments that are very scary, and because we play in those environments, it allows us to feel comfortable with them. This is why comedies exist in the same way for years, right?
Yeah.
We're uncomfortable with certain topics that we know are very divisive, right? And the masters of comedy play with those divisive topics so that we can all feel comfortable discussing them when those normal discussions that are not playful could really offend people, get you angry, or get you canceled.
I really wonder if there ever was a time where like comedy didn't offend. Like, could I even know? It's never been a time.
No.
And maybe the devices that we use to complain, because now you got to send tweets and stuff. We talked about this a little bit last week where people had to write letters and stuff. But I remember when Raw was like, the LGBT community did not like Raw. I remember
Delirious.
that. So no, which one was first?
Delirious. Yeah.
So much so that when Eddie,
reasonable.
Yeah. So much so that when Eddie came with Raw, or whichever the second one was, it was Raw.
Raw.
Eddie had to talk about the backlash from Delirious in Raw.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, comedy has always offended. Comedy has always made people uncomfortable, especially the people that are the butt of the jokes.
100%. They were the butt of the jokes.
And you have to, I mean, you kind of got to expect that, right?
And they are the best at backlash.
You kind of got to expect that, right?
Yes, you have to expect that, and that's okay. And
that's the only problem I have is comedians who don't expect it.
Why are people offended? Like, you have to know that you have to know that there are going to be people that are offended.
That's right.
Unless you're just doing self-deprecating jokes, right? If you're only speaking about yourself and then talking about the embarrassing things you've experienced, it's very hard for other people to be offended on behalf of you.
Yeah.
But if you're speaking about other things, you're speaking about culture, you're speaking about politics or religion or something like that, yeah, there are going to be some people offended. That's why you got to allow people to be offended. Like, that's okay. It's okay if people have opinions. It's not okay when they want to use those opinions to silence your ability to make jokes.
Yeah.
Right?
The one thing I love that Dave said is he definitely, when he said Kyrie got in trouble, Kanye caused so much shit that Kyrie got in trouble. That is true. Kanye has created this whole climate.
Yeah, but Kyrie would have gotten in trouble no matter what.
I don't know if it would have been to this extent. I really don't. I think it's because of the climate that Kanye created. Yeah. And y'all can say whatever y'all want. The climate that Kanye created was the climate of bigotry. And you know how you know it was bigotry? Because he said it.
Yeah.
He was in the Piers Morgan interview and he goes, I know I was being racist.
Yeah.
I meant to be racist.
Yeah.
He was in the Drink Champs interview and he said, I can say anti-Semitic things. So he acknowledged that he was being anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So he's the only one that should really, really, really be getting smoked.
I think they're going too far on Kyrie for sure, especially
But it's because of Kanye. It's because of the climate. Dave and Kyrie are all suffering from the climate that Kanye
Kyrie's
created.
A stubborn. If he apologized right there, said what he said was wrong, it's over.
That's what I'm saying.
He doubled down. He was being stubborn. He's like, you're not going to tell me what to do. Yeah. He did that classic thing that like your girlfriend does when you know she's wrong in an argument. She's like, well, let's talk about what you guys are doing. It's like, that's what gets you in trouble.
I will say, I saw you with academics. I think the conversation was fair until you just threw out 2 words, bro.
What'd I say?